My name is Kevin Richardson. I am the chairman of the board for Out of the Dark, which Out of the Dark is a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose purpose is to bring light the cost of addiction on our community. It was started in 2008 by Skip Mooney Jr., who saw a problem within the community and decided to stand up and do something about it. There was an article that came out in the Jonesboro Sun that in 1 week there were 5 young adults who were admitted to the hospital for a heroin overdose. And that kind of woke him up. That's something that, having grown up here in Jonesboro like I have, you never think that heroin would be something that would be plaguing this community and be a problem in this community. So that made him wake up and start asking questions. And the more questions he asked, the more he was shocked at some of the answers. So he started Out of the Dark, and our goal is just to help the community know the real truth about drug abuse and addiction and the role that it plays on our society, as well as our children. And we've got school chapters in 17 of the schools here in Craighead County, trying to teach the students the truth about drugs, because we've never really been taught the truth about drugs. In 1982, when Nancy Reagan came out with Just Say No, that was great. It was heralded as the end-all be-all for the drug problem. But the problem is, kids want to know why. You can't just say no to a teenager and expect them to just accept it and go. And no one has really taught the truth about what drugs do to you and how they affect you until Out of the Dark came along, and that's what we do in the schools now. We do various programs, especially for the youth. Every year we have a rally down on Main Street where we block off Main Street, and we have the children from all the different schools will march down Main Street in a public show that they have taken an oath to remain drug-free. We usually have about 1,000 students march down Main Street, all the way down to in front of the courthouse where we'll have a stage set up. Some of the students, some of the school chapters will put on skits. Some of the students will get up and talk about what what drug abuse has had, what role it's played on their life, and why they decided to join Out of the Dark, and what also Out of the Dark has done for them. We will hold various events in the schools. We'll bring in nationally recognized speakers to come in and talk to them at the schools and give them motivation and more reasons why to remain drug-free. We also take them to Little Rock, to the state capitol, so that they can go in and see how our government is working. And they'll hold a rally out on the steps of the Capitol, asking for help to prevent or fund drug prevention within their schools. I've known Skip for a long time, and when he approached me and asked me to become involved with Out of the Dark, I wasn't really looking for anything to get involved with like that. But the more I thought about it, I realized that at the time my son was 11 years old, and I knew that he was getting at that age where he would be approached. And the average age of first intoxication is 11 years old. So I realized that by getting involved, I may get the help that I need in order to help him stay, walk down that path and stay drug and alcohol free. So I decided I would get involved. At that point, once I got involved and I started talking to the students at the schools, and I started seeing everything that they are going through, and just how bad the problem is, I was amazed, and it became a passion, because we have to, as adults, we have to step up, and we have to do everything that we can in order to ensure that our children lead a addiction-free life. And if we don't do it, nobody else will. So it became a passion of mine, and the things that I've seen weighs on me heavily every day. So it affects our community greatly, and it's something that we have to do. It's our kids. We have to take care of them. We have to do everything possible in order to help them lead a happy life. We've been in, the United Way has graciously let us use an office in their building since we started. But recently we moved into a building at 818 East Matthews. It gives us more space. It gives us a home, a place to call home, and with everything that we need in order to do what we need to do. It has a great conference room that we can utilize, and we have signage on the street so that people can actually see where we're at. Well, you can contact or go to our website at outofthedark.org, and you can sign up for our newsletter there, and that will put you on the emailing list, and you will receive updates on everything that we have going on. We need people. We need people to volunteer, man hours, few hours a week, whatever you can do. We need, you can make a monetary contribution. 100% of all the money that we collect, we receive, goes right back into our programs for the youth and for recovery. Nobody on the board is paid for what we do. It's just simply because it's a passion of ours and it's something that we must do. We still have a long way to go, so I beg everybody to please get involved. Don't keep your head in the sand. Don't think that it can't happen to you. It happens every day all around you, and if we don't do something, if we don't step up, then I'm afraid we're in for a very rude awakening.